Hey, what's going on everybody? Prospector here with Watcher of Realms. Today we'll be testing out Hex and how to build him. We're going to try to figure out what is the most optimal build for Hex in Guild Boss 1. But without further ado, let's dig in. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is go over his skills a little bit. On the talent, gains 1 card of fate with each attack. When having 4 cards, the hero has a chance to randomly acquire 1 card from the following: Temperance, Death, and Strength. Deals extra damage to airborne units. Temperance throws 3 cards, each dealing 140% damage while inflicting 75% slow for 5 seconds. Death deals 500% damage 1 time and inflicts burning for 5 seconds. And Strength increases attack by 30% and attack speed by 70 for 25 seconds. This is something that's just going to be happening. On the basic, it's a magic attack. Deals 120% magic damage to 1 enemy, prioritizing airborne units. On the first passive is Fate Trial. Each attack launch has a 20% chance to inflict stun on a target for 2 seconds. Increases damage dealt to targets inflicted with CC effects, stun, freeze, immobilized state, etc. by 60%. On the second passive, Fate the Hermit. When triggered by receiving damage, resists the incoming damage and gains invisibility for 3 seconds. This effect can only be triggered 1 time every 40 seconds. Invisibility means cannot be targeted. On the ultimate, Mad Truth. When triggered, increases damage by 140% and attack speed by 100. Reduces attack interval by 50% and replaces all cards with the Joker. This effect lasts for 35 seconds. The Joker deals 400% damage 3 times and inflicts burning for 5 seconds. On the Awakenings, during the effect of Mad Truth, there's a chance to draw the Fool. The Fool deals 500% damage 3 times and inflicts 75% slow and burning for 5 seconds. Very good. Attack plus 300 on the Awaken 2. On the Awaken 3, during the effect of Mad Truth, performing basic attack against targets inflicted with burning extends the duration of Mad Truth by 1 second. Up to a maximum increase of 30 seconds. Awaken 4 is penetration plus 5%, and Awaken 5 is each draw returns 1 card of fate and increases each damage dealt by the Joker and the Fool by 30%. Just a big damage boost. Massive damage boost. And it's going to increase the chance as many times as the cards will be drawn, so it's going to increase more damage there. Plus the initial boost to the Joker or the Fool. Okay. Now, quick disclosure, this is not about his awakenings of being 0, so Awaken 1, Awaken 2, Awaken 3, Awaken 5, or whatever. Regardless of all of that, the only thing we're really focused on is Hex's damage. So, with that being said, I'm also not focused on any of the heroes that are on the Guild Boss team at all. I'm mostly focused on Hex, optimizing his damage. I'll be prioritizing making sure that Dolores is ulting whenever he is ulting, the best I can. Of course, with him being Awaken 3, his ult will stay up pretty consistently almost the whole time, which makes it even a little easier for me to figure out which gear is best suited for Hex. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that this is a full crit damage set that he's sitting in right now. This will be the first one that I'm going to test him with. He's going to be coming in with 12k attack, 1.2 attack interval, and 467 crit damage, which is just out of this world. Now, that means he's going to have 3 crit damage pieces with attack speed, crit rate, crit, and attack bonus. As for substats, on the left side he's also running Annihilating Might with crit rate, crit damage, attack bonus on both pieces. So this is going to be the team that he's going to be running with. This is your typical Nightmare Piercer comp with Rage Regen as the main priority, Hollow and Laurel being cycled out thanks to Volca. So hopefully we can keep this going very consistently. On the first battle or fight through here, I'm going to just go through it with you. And the rest of the fights afterwards, I'm just going to go ahead and do it, and then I'll come back with the results. So that this way you can see what is going on for each fight. And I'll try to keep it as consistent as I possibly can. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is pause. I'm going to lay down Lust. Volka's going to give her Invig. I'm going to put down Arrogance. Porter's going to give him Invig. Then I just go like this. Then when I lay down all these other heroes, they all get Invig. I will ult immediately as soon as they're all ready for the first part here. And like I said, I will try to keep it as consistent as I possibly can. As soon as Laurel is done with her ult, I'll pick her up, and hopefully everybody's ult can be ready in time for the first shield again. And this team is very endgame, but that'll help me make it easier to figure out which is the best way to build Hex. It's all we're focused on, remember that. Cycle in Volca. And we're gonna get Dolores' ult going again. Now that may be a little bit of RNG here and there, because Dolores has a chance of getting like 60% rage back all the time. So who knows how consistent I can make it to be with Dolores in there. I think I need to build another Dolores at A4 just so I can get rid of that RNG. Specifically for testing videos. Okay, so right around 17k or so at 330. Not great. Let's cycle in Laurel. Laurel will be down in the field, so he'll get that boost, the damage increase from Laurel. And I'll pick her up right now. Get everybody else going as well. Get Torador on the field. Get that decreased defense going. Now, the reason that Hex's ult is lasting so long is because of his A3. He has that chance to add time onto his ultimate. That's why he keeps bouncing up like that. Makes a huge, huge difference. There you go. That was a bad roll on Dolores, but that's okay. We'll get the point across by the end of this video. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit the shield with Yovar. I'm gonna pick up Torador. I'm gonna place down Laurel, activate Silas, Lust, and Dolores, and then I'll pick her up and get Volca down on the field. And like I said, if you're still watching through this part of the video, I'm not focused on anybody else's damage, only Hexes. It's all about Hex. You'll see their damage numbers will change because I'll be stealing some gear from them in between the fights to put it on Hex and kind of swap it around. Alright, time to pick up Volca. Put down Laurel. Check to see their ult's timing. Okay, gonna pick her up. Activate Dolores and Hollow. And off we go. Try to hold Yovar's ultimate until that shield comes up. Hope we can give it a good pop. It looks like Dolores will be off inspiration. It's just a little bad RNG, but the shield is still going down quickly, as you can see. X is a beast. I'll wait until Laurel's ready to activate him again. Make sure he gets that damage increase. Might as well. Get everybody going once again. Sitting at 62k blood. Looking pretty good. Dolores is ready this time. Very nice. Looks like we'll get one more cycle out of Laurel. Right on the end though. Probably roughly with like 10 seconds left. Let's get them down. Go ahead and get Torador down on the field. Get whatever we get at this point. Forward, put on auto, do X, let her finish. Then we'll check the damage numbers. Alright, so Hex came in at 200 million with 3 times crit damage on him. Total stats was 12k attack, and crit damage equals way through the roof, 467 crit damage. Alright, so now we're going for the second build, and I'm going to switch out this one, which was a crit damage piece before, but now it is an attack bonus piece with attack speed, crit rate, crit damage. We have 1 attack percentage and 2 crit damage, and then it'll bring his total stat to 13.5k attack, 1.2 attack interval with 429 crit damage. I'm gonna go ahead and set this up, and I'll be right back. We'll do a little time lapse. Alright, coming up on the end of the fight here. Damage was significantly higher, so that's a good sign. Alright, 223 million. Very, very nice. 203 million with 2 times crit damage on the right side, 1 times attack. Total attack was 13.495k. Crit damage was 429. Alright, so here's the third build. I haven't touched anything on the left side. We had the attack percentage added from the last fight. Now I added another one. We attack bonus with attack speed, crit rate, crit damage, and flat attack on it. And we still have crit damage on the right side with a little bit of rage regen. Same sets on the left. We're looking at 15.29k attack, 1.2 attack interval, and 387.5% crit damage. Alright, here we go. Time for another time lapse. We'll get them all going. Run it the same way. See what we come up with. Alright, so here we're at the end of the last one here. Let's see what we have. 225 million, 15.29k attack, and 387 crit damage. I'll go in there one more time. Okay, so here I am with the final build that I'm going to try today, and that's going to be with 3 times attack percentage on the right side. We're looking at attack bonus, attack speed, crit rate, crit damage. Attack bonus, attack speed, crit rate, crit damage is a nice piece. Just flat attack on it as well. That'll make a difference, I think. Attack bonus, attack speed, crit rate, crit damage with flat attack. Same kind of thing going all the way through. Total stats that we're going in was 17.359k attack, crit capped, and 345% crit damage, 1.2 attack interval. This is going to be the big question. That they always say attack is king, but in Guild Boss 1, maybe it's not. We'll find out though. Let's go ahead and get into the fight right away, and then I'll get back to you after the time lapse. Alright, coming up on the end of this next one. Let's see how he did. The damage, the Dragon Blood turned out pretty good. Kinda interesting. Here he is at 225, isn't that interesting? About the same. Now, I do have to mention that I did do other tests with the last build with 1 crit damage piece on and ended up with 230. So I think that that's going to be our best bet. I'm going to rerun it right now and come back to you in just a moment. Alright, here we are at the results. Raise a little higher, 227. This is interesting. It's very interesting to me. It might have been a little bit of RNG where he doesn't like, you know, draw the fools not enough or whatever it is, but it seems to me that as long as you are clearing right around 15k attack with Hex, seems to me that that would be the ideal way to go. Which is interesting to me because you'd think you'd be able to just, with inspiration and the guild boss being low attack, or low defense I mean, that it would just work that way. This build does work most consistently with my account. I have tried it many times. The triple attack percentage doesn't always seem to be as consistently higher. With this one it seems to be, you know, I usually show 230 million damage with this build here, which is 15.29k attack, 1.2 attack interval, 387.5% crit damage. With that being said, it's completely viable. If you have 3 times attack percentage on your Soulbond set on the right side, you can go ahead and use that and it works just fine. So I guess that kind of answers the best way to build Hex. I would say the 2 times attack percentage, 1 times crit damage with the Annihilating Might on the left side. I did do testing off screen with Warlord over there, and he never seems to even come close to those kind of numbers. It just seems like you need to get the 15k attack and then get your crit damage as high as you can afterwards. That being said, making sure you have your crit rate capped and you have your attack speed as high as you can get it as well. But then you're looking for attack percentage, crit rate, crit damage, and then attack speed as your final and last priority for substats, for sure. So, that answers that question. I hope you guys found this video helpful. It took me a lot of time to make this video, so if you did find it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton, and the analytics show that only like 15% of you viewers are subscribed. So go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button down below. You can always subscribe later, and I'm going to have tons of these videos coming out where I'm going to be testing these heroes for the best builds that they should be in, and hopefully I can help you out in the future. But anyways, with that all being said, that's it for the video, and until next time, keep digging.